All right, time now to bring Mr. Gavaskar into the show. Mr. Gavaskar, good evening, sir. Great to have you back here on NDTV. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. Now, first up, you had told us once, I remember, that on the cricket field, it's only the batsman's bat and the bowler's ball that should do all the talking. In that context, are you surprised that neither captain is willing to back down or retract any of the comments that they made earlier as far as the DRS incident is concerned?
Well, I think first we must get this correct. Both the captains had their say on the last day of the Bangalore test. And now on the eve of the test, they've had their say because, you know, that's the first time that they've met the media after what happened on the last day at Bangalore. If in between it has been kept going, it's only by you guys in the media. There's really been nothing said by both the parties. Their boards might have said something. But I think now, like everybody agrees, I think it's time to look at the cricket. There was a lot of good cricket played in Bengaluru as well. But unfortunately, that just was, you know, swept under the carpet because of this one incident. And I think we mustn't forget, you know, some of the cricket that was seen. KL Rahul's innings in both the innings. Then the Pujara and Rahane partnership. Jadeja's bowling, Ashwin's bowling, Nathan Lyon's superb spell, 8 wickets. So I think all those are things that we mustn't forget, as well as, of course, the spell that the Australian fast bowlers also bowl. I think time now to focus on cricket, and I think both the captains are looking to do that. They've said that in their media interaction today, that let's focus on the cricket, and I think we should do that.
Well, absolutely. Let's hope that we have some very good cricket like we've already had in the first 2 tests, in the third and the fourth test as well. But when it comes to episodes like these, sir, you know, these episodes, they affect different cricketers in different ways. India, of course, going into the third test with a huge shot in the arm after winning the second test in Bengaluru. Do you see them being a more charged up lot? Anil Kumble has gone on record and he's told the media that he's not going to curb anyone's natural instincts. If the players want to be aggressive while playing good cricket, he's going to let that happen.
Oh, absolutely. I think, you know, but, you know, I think what is aggression has to be an aggressive attitude on the field in terms of their cricket. Not in terms of, you know, trying to speak to the opposition. This is where I find, you know, that a lot of, you know, young players tend to misunderstand that when the coach or the captain, you know, lets you say that, you know, express your aggression and express yourself, they tend to do it, you know, with their mouths instead of with the bat and the ball. And I think that is something that needs to be avoided. I think Ian Chappell has said it that, you know, this talking on the field has to be brought down and if not completely eradicated. And for that, I think the match referees and the ICC has to take a tough stand and say, look guys, umpires on the field too. I think the first time they see somebody talking to each other, they must say, listen, just forget it, get on with the game, let him do the batting and you do the bowling and you do the fielding. That's the way it really should be. All those who said, oh, that brings in a great deal of spirit and great deal of, you know, to the contest, are talking nonsense.
Right, let's talk about the pitch on offer, Mr. Gavaskar. Of course, according to the Aussie media, their team was absolutely stunned when they saw the pitch for the first time. But already in this series, we've had 2 quite challenging pitches, a third potential challenging pitch expected perhaps in Ranchi. Now, Virat spoke about the subtle changes that batsmen have to make to their game, and he spoke about the likes of Pujara and Rahane and how they did that very well in Bengaluru. Do you think that is going to play a key role in Ranchi as well, those subtle changes that the Indian batsmen might just have to be open to making?
Yeah, I think firstly, I think we mustn't you know, give too much importance to the Australian media, because we all know that they are an extended part of their support staff. They've always been that way. They're an extended part of the Australian cricket team's support staff. So we mustn't really pay too much attention to what they have to say about India or what they have to say about England or wherever they play or whoever they are playing against. I don't think we should really pay too much attention. But I think what we should really look to pay attention to is, like Virat said, at the subtle changes that Cheteshwar Pujara, Ajinkya Rahane made to their technique, to the way they moved, to the way the Australians also, when they were batting, The Australians, stood outside the crease. David Warner and Matty Renshaw standing outside the crease to negate the possibility of the ball keeping low and the LBWs, taking off stump guard. These are things that we should talk about, because those are cricketing things. And this is a game of cricket. And where you see changes where the bowler has now gone close to the stumps, or has gone a little bit wide of the stumps, maybe bowled a little bit behind, those little changes are what make the game interesting. And I think that's what we should be concentrating on it. And like Virat said, the changes that Rahane made to his batting stance from leg stump guard to off stump guard, and similarly the way Pujara was playing off the back foot in the second innings, and Rahul's innings, Rahul in both the innings in the Bengaluru Test matches. I think those were things to savor. I really savored that battle between bat and ball. Nathan Lyon's bowling was absolutely superb. The way he bowled in the first innings, never easy to get that kind of turn on day one, even if it's a real dusty pitch. But so there were so many things to admire in the first 2 Test matches on the cricket field, and I think that's what we are hoping will happen in Ranchi as well.
Right, coming back to Team India, Mr. Gavaskar, do you expect any changes perhaps to the playing 11? Murli Vijay, we are being told, is fit now, so maybe he'll of course come back into the playing 11. But going by the nature of the pitch that is being talked about in Ranchi, lots of turn perhaps expected from day one, low bounce. Would you say that perhaps a third spinner might also be a good idea in Jayant Yadav?
I think they might look at playing Jayant Yadav. But I don't think they'll make a change to the winning combination. Apart from Murli Vijay coming back in the team, I don't think they'll make any changes.
All right, we'll have to leave it at that. Mr. Gavaskar, thank you so much for joining us, sir. And of course, we will see you again after day one's play in Ranchi. Let's hope that the focus remains completely and entirely on the cricket that is played on the ground, and we see no more controversies. Mr. Gavaskar, thank you so much, sir, for joining us.